Imagine this. You're scrolling through your feed and you see a picture of a pretty girl. Does this sound like you? Oh my god, she's so pretty. Wait, why don't I look like her? Am I not that pretty? Whatever. It's probably because she edits her pictures or she's had plastic surgery. Because I mean, like, nobody's side profile is that perfect in real life anyway, right? Wrong. That is not the mindset that you should be having. If this situation sounds familiar to you and you have very much had experiences like this in the past, this video is for you, because jealousy, comparison, and envy are very much the thief of joy, and I think that you deserve to live your happiest, best life. And so we're gonna need to take that jealousy and throw it out the window, because it's time for you to move on. Now, before we get into this video properly, I need you to know one thing. Everyone has gotten jealous before in their life. Everyone has felt envious of another person or of a situation, and everyone has compared themselves to other people. It's very natural when you're a human, and especially now with social media and all these ways where you can see other people's lives and literally every single aspect of their life. It's very easy to see and then compare with everything that you know about yourself. But do not feel any shame or any guilt about being a jealous or envious person, because we've all been there, and the worst thing that you can do for yourself is feel those negative emotions on top of being jealous and envious. I mean, I would know as a psychology student that shame and guilt are the worst emotions to be feeling, because they do not help you get anywhere. Those are actually negative emotions that make you feel trapped in your situation. So all of this hostility that you might have towards yourself, I'm gonna need you to take it and put it away, okay? You are taking the first step to grow, and therefore you should be proud of yourself. And also, the reason that I'm making this video is actually because this is a topic that is very dear to my heart. I, for a big part of my life, used to be a very insecure person. And when you're an insecure person, it's very easy to start feeling jealous and envious of others. And I know that I have lost a lot of years to feeling that way instead of being happy and developing myself. So hopefully my journey and my experiences can help you move on with your life and actually throw all those negative feelings out the damn window, because you don't need them and you deserve to be living your best life. But in reality, there is also another thing that I want to say, is that this jealousy that you're experiencing, yes, it's a negative emotion, but actually once you learn how to do it, you can actually take this jealousy and transform it into inspiration and motivation to strive towards your dream life. So let's get on with the video. Hi guys, it's Peachy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Over here we talk about glowing up in every single area of your life, which means emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and anything else that you can think of. So if this sounds right up your alley, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single video from me. Okay, you probably pressed on this video because you already recognize within yourself that you are losing a lot of your time and a lot of your precious mental energy being jealous and envious of other people, or even comparing yourself to others. Well, you are in the right place, and I am proud of you for taking the first step to start improving your life. Because if you've taken this first step, it definitely means that you have already noticed the bad impact that jealousy, envy, and all this negative comparison is having on you. I mean, already, how often has it happened to you that you are minding your own business, but because of social media, you see something, somebody on vacation, somebody with the looks that you want to have, somebody with the dream body that you want to have, or people that are getting in relationships left and right. And when you don't have these things, but these are things that you want, and especially if you are not sure or you don't feel confident that you are capable of getting these things, once you see these pictures, these videos, these reels, or whatever the heck, you get a little upset, you start feeling down, and your like dopamine drops massively, and you start comparing yourself and you don't feel good, and then you end up getting all sorts of negative emotions. I mean, there's many reasons why jealousy is not serving you at all. First of all, it is literally putting your focus on another human being, which is like, you don't even know this person. Even if it's a friend or a relative that you semi-know, you don't actually know the reality of these people's lives. So you really shouldn't be focusing your energy on their life and how they're living it, because in reality, you don't even know the whole truth. You have no idea what it looks like behind the scenes. People may look like they're living a perfect life, but there's a high chance that they are not. So already comparing yourself to something that you don't even understand fully is just gonna be damaging to you. You're putting all this energy that you could be using on yourself to help yourself feel better, to go to therapy, to improve your life. You're wasting this time, this precious time that you have, on somebody else who literally could not be even experiencing this thing that you think that they're experiencing. Another reason why this negativity is bad for you is because you're gonna start becoming overly critical of yourself. Bro, you're gonna look at a picture of somebody, for example, having your dream body, and you're gonna look back at yourself and you're gonna be like, oh my god, why does this look like this? Why is my tummy like that? Why is my butt not that big? Why does my nose look like that? My side profile isn't that perfect. And then you're just gonna get into this like a hyper-critical, hyper-hostile state towards yourself, which is like, it's not good, it's not serving you. throwing all this negativity at yourself, all it's doing is making you feel worse about things that you're already struggling with. I mean, in these situations, it's way better to have understanding and compassion towards yourself than it is to literally sit there and put yourself under a microscope to observe every single slight imperfection that you think you have, which there's a chance that other people don't even notice this little insecurity that you have found. But even if they did, most people don't care. Most people don't care. And you're observing yourself in this way and scrutinizing every single aspect of your body, but like, there's no point. It doesn't serve you in any way. Throwing all this negativity at yourself isn't going to make your body change, isn't going to make you feel better, it's not even going to give you energy to start improving yourself, because if you hate yourself, any effort that you put into improving yourself to be a version of yourself that you love because you started from a place of hate, it's not going to get you anywhere anyway. And lastly, why jealousy and envy is bad is because you're also going to start feeling very negative towards other people. Because you're going to look at these people and you're going to associate your negative emotion that you're experiencing yourself, you're going to start thinking negative things about them. If you're insecure and you're jealous of somebody else, there's a high chance that you're going to start assuming really bad things about them. Like assuming that they're editing their photos, that they don't look like this in real life, they had surgery, and all of these things to try and diminish them so that you do not feel as bad about yourself. But this is literally what haters do, and this is literally what bullies do, and you don't want to be a hater or a bully. So no matter who it is, if you start experiencing another person in a negative light, soon you're going to find it a lot easier to just experience everyone in general in a negative light, and that's just going to lead you down a spiral of negativity, which is not good for you. So that's just like the tip of the iceberg, bro. There's so many reasons why jealousy and envy is just a thief of joy, because you're not saying grass is always greener on the other side. That's how it is. You could literally be the perfect person, but if you start looking at other people who might or might not have what you think that you want or what you think that you're not capable of getting, suddenly their whole entire life, their existence, their looks are going to look so much better to you than what you look like to yourself, and then you're gonna start feeling negative and hating yourself and like, bro, let's not do that anymore. I have so many examples for myself and the way that I felt when I was younger. I mean, one thing that I used to be really jealous of is other people's looks, but it stemmed from the fact that I was an insecure person. I did not have confidence in my own looks, and so I would look at other people, especially other people's noses and side profiles, and I would be like, oh my god, like, I don't look like that. Why is my nose so long and so sharp? I don't have this like little arch. And then I would get like so insecure whenever I would see a picture of a pretty girl who I perceived to have a better facial structure than me. I would get so upset. I'd start comparing myself. I start looking in the mirror. I would even cry myself to sleep because of how much I hated the way I looked. And this is all because I was just comparing myself continuously to other people, and I was feeling so jealous and so envious of the way that they looked. And this would apply to a lot of things in my life as well. When I couldn't get a partner, I'd be so jealous of if my friend got in a relationship, or if I would just see anybody in school get in a relationship, I would just start hating myself and be like, why can't I get it? There's something wrong with me, because how are these people having all these things but I can't experience a relationship? Pretty much so much negativity, and realistically all this did was drown me down. All these negative emotions did was keep me in a pool of negativity where I felt like no matter what, nothing would change. I was stuck living like this. But I think a very important thing to realize about jealousy and about envy is that it stems from you being hurt. You are transforming these emotions that you haven't addressed and solved properly into jealousy, envy, and like comparison and hatred. But realistically, if you just like take all these apart and you start asking yourself questions, you're gonna realize that actually this stems from the fact that you're hurt. This stems from the fact that you're insecure about one aspect of it or another, and that it actually has absolutely nothing to do with other people. And once you realize that, you're going to start your healing journey, because when you realize that it's actually within yourself that these problems stem from, suddenly they're going to be problems that you can actually solve. They're going to be problems that you can actually deal with, because you're going to be able to look at yourself and you're going to be like, oh wait, all right, it's not because somebody else looks that way, or it's not because somebody else got in a relationship that it has any impact on me. I'm having these feelings because I don't feel pretty myself, or I feel like I would never get in a relationship. And then with that, you will be able to sit down with yourself and make the next step, which is healing and getting better. Before you can take your natural instinct to compare yourself to other people and get jealous and get envious and turn it into inspiration and motivation, first you're gonna need to do some healing. I know this may be annoying. I know you may be like, girl, I know everyone tells me to go do some self-healing, do some shadow work, but trust me, I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't heal my inner child and if I didn't heal all these insecurities that I had. Obviously, I would always recommend therapy, because to me, starting therapy was definitely the biggest step towards helping myself and healing, but I know that therapy is not something that is accessible to everyone. So if you are one of those people, or if you just don't feel comfortable talking to another person, take out a journal, and I promise you it's worth it. Take out a journal and just find journal prompts for self-healing. Find journal prompts for loving yourself and for getting over insecurities. And once you get comfortable with your insecurities and you start observing yourself from a less critical light, you're gonna start feeling a lot better. You're gonna start getting used to your face. You're gonna start getting used to your situation. And then you're gonna start getting hope that actually it can change and that you can improve. And you can start feeling better and less insecure. And maybe even gain some confidence, gain some self-love. These are all really good things. And once you work through as much as you could, it's time to move on to how you experience other people having what you want. And this time, you're not gonna feel jealousy, you're not gonna feel envy, and you're not gonna compare yourself to see what you have that they don't and what they have that you don't. You're actually gonna use other people and other people's success as inspiration and as motivation to start getting better. I mean, that's how I'm experiencing life now. Whenever I see somebody who is moved out and living with their partner, who looks really good, who has an amazing body, all that does is remind me that, hey, I could be doing that too. It actually fills me with positive emotions. Instead of filling me with envy and jealousy, it fills me with inspiration. It makes me feel like, oh my god, the future that I want, it's a possibility. And it actually helps me move forward. So the thing that I'm trying to get at over here is that once you have healed your insecurities and you have understood where your unhappiness comes from and you have the will to move forward, you can take this jealousy and comparison that you would feel towards other people and turn it around. And you're gonna turn it into motivation and inspiration by one simple mindset shift. And this mindset shift is when you see somebody that has what you want, whether it's your dream body, your dream looks, your dream career, your dream relationship, any of these things, you're gonna look at them and you're gonna be like, you know what? This is a person. This is a person also living their life for the first time. And if they can have this thing that I want, that means that I can too. Literally, this person succeeding is just proof that it's possible for me to do it too. Because really, what is the difference between me and this person? Nothing. Literally nothing. You are still just a person, and therefore you are able to experience anything else that any other person is experiencing. And trust when I say that this is going to change your life so much, because you know how before it was so easy for you to get jealous and get envious because other people's lives and other people's successes are so easy to come by and see whether you look for them or not? Yeah, well, imagine all that jealousy now has turned into inspiration, has turned into motivation, and now you are seeing continuously reminders that you can achieve your dream life, you can achieve your dream looks, and you can move forward and start slaying your life in every way possible, and you just keep getting motivated everywhere you turn because you're seeing other people having what you want, and that just reminds you to strive towards your goals. This is something that I have done, and it has actually changed my life so much, and this impacts every single area, whether it's relationships or looks or whatever the heck. Let me just give you examples. Let's say you're somebody who is maybe a little insecure about your looks and you want to feel better and you want to feel more confident about your physical appearance. When you see somebody that is gorgeous or has your ideal body or your ideal makeup, you are going to look at this person now and catch yourself, okay? When you get that little tinge of, they're pretty, I'm not, or like, why does their nose look like that, but mine doesn't? Stop yourself. It takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of practice, but as long as you try, you're gonna get to a point where you can immediately catch yourself. When you start having these negative thoughts and negative comparisons towards other people, and you are going to take that, throw it out the window, and you're gonna start replacing it with, okay, this is motivation for me to start striving towards my dream life. So you're gonna look at a picture of like somebody who has your dream body, and instead of comparing yourself, you're gonna be like, you know what? Let's see what workouts they do, if they have their workouts linked. If anything, it's gonna remind you that, hey, actually, let me get up and like do some squats. Let me get up and do some sit-ups so that I start building this dream body, because if that person can have the dream body that I want to be having, that means that I can have it too. All I have to do is try and get fit, and you're just gonna use this as inspiration to start slaying, okay? This does not mean that somebody's more beautiful than you, somebody's hotter than you. No, this just means that that is the world sending you a signal to start taking your life seriously and to start working towards your goals. This also applies to if you see like a really pretty selfie of a girl and you're like, oh my god, she's so pretty, why don't I look like that? No, you catch yourself, you throw out the negative thought, and you're like, wait, low-key, the way she did her makeup is actually really accentuating her features and it's making her look nice. Let me see if she has a makeup tutorial. And then you find it and then you try and work for it. Oh, if it doesn't work on your face, you try to figure out why. And then you just keep doing this. But every single time you see somebody who looks good, and then you're also going to start looking more for people that look more like you, have a similar body type to you, similar facial features, and you're going to see how they look beautiful. And it's just going to make it even clearer in your head that you are somebody who can look that way too. You're somebody who can literally glow and be magnetic, and all you have to do is just start treating yourself better and start working towards your goals. So you start learning how to do your makeup, you start learning how to style your hair, you start learning how to dress for your body shape, and very quickly you're gonna get to a point where you're like, oh my god, wait, I actually feel so gorgeous. And you're gonna be like, huh, I no longer feel envy or jealousy or insecurity when I see other people slaying in the visual aspect. Now this also applies for other things. For example, financial situation, travel, career, anything like that. If you are currently in a place where you are not living maybe your dream life just yet, and you're not in a career that you're passionate about, but then you see other people and you see them traveling, earning millions, and you're like, wow, those people are so lucky. Why don't I? Nope, stop. Once again, you catch that thought, you throw it out the window. And you switch it around and use these people as motivation, because maybe, yeah, there's a chance that they grew up in a rich family, but also there's a possibility that they made their life the way it is. And so you can take this and literally just use it as inspiration and as drive and motivation to make that life for yourself. It's gonna remind you to actually get off your phone and stop scrolling and observing other people's lives and start making your life. It's gonna force you to sit down, make a plan, start working on your side hustle, start grinding your job, and anything else that you can do to get to a point where they are. If you see somebody else traveling and you're like, oh my god, they're so lucky that they're literally by the beach while I'm rotting in my home. No, what you should be doing is thinking about, what's the way that I can make that for myself? And if I don't have the facilities for that right now, how can I get the facilities to start living that life too? And literally, you just take any other person's success and you use it as a reminder that that is your goal and that you can get to it, because if they could, you could too. So actually, this video was inspired by a comment that I got a few videos ago, and this person was talking about how they see their friends slaying and getting to experience things that they can't experience because of their family situation, and how they struggle to feel happiness and be proud of their friends because they just get filled with like this negative emotion because they can't have what their friends have. So hopefully with this video, you know how bad jealousy is for you. But if you are supposedly stuck in a place where you can't think of a way out, like you simply, either you're younger or literally for financial reasons, you cannot have what these other people have, but you want to be experiencing it, but then you also struggle to feel happy for these people and hanging around them is making you feel bad. I'm gonna be real with you here. The first thing that you need to do is change your mindset, okay? Even if currently your situation does not allow you to have what these people have, you can always figure out a way. You can always figure out a way to start a side hustle, to start gaining your own money, to start working on yourself, bettering yourself, and doing things that are going to fill you with happiness so that other people having success does not remind you of you not having that success yet. Actually, like I said, hopefully you can take other people and your friends succeeding and use it as inspiration. Be happy for them and be like, you know what, I'm gonna get there at one point too. Like, I'm so happy, that sounds like so much fun. And listen to their experiences. Listen how happy those experiences make them and try to accept that emotion of theirs. Instead of posing any resistance because you are currently not experiencing it, try to put yourself in their shoes and start imagining how great that must have been, and then use that feeling as drive and as motivation to literally do anything, even if it's sit down for a bit to start journaling and learning more about yourself so that you can slowly start improving, or if it's starting a side hustle or literally anything, you can always take other people's success and use it as inspiration. I obviously know that it's hard, okay? This is not a flawless step-by-step process where you can just immediately go from being a jealous and envious person to somebody who just sees other people's success as their own and doesn't feel jealousy anymore. Even me, sometimes I see other people and I'm like, how'd they get there? Like, you know, I see somebody who started their YouTube channel after mine, but they're already monetized and slaying with their videos, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. But then I'm like, no, this is literally proof that at any point, any of my videos could blow up. And like that, I remind myself that jealousy, comparison, envy is not good for you. It is not serving you at all, okay? At all. And I mean, in reality, when you catch yourself feeling jealous, all this is a signal from yourself that you desire something, which is a good thing. It really does not have to go as far as comparing yourself, feeling envious and getting drowned in negative emotions. When you feel jealousy, it should just be a signal that you can pick up from immediately to remind you that, hey, actually, this is because I desire something. This is because I have passion and I have will and I have drive to achieve something more, whether it's my looks or my career or just anything in my life. And that's a good sign. That literally just means that I am somebody who is willing to get what I want. It means that I'm not just passively sitting through my life. It means that I have passion and I have will, which is an amazing thing to have. So next time you feel jealous, remind yourself of this. Actually, jealousy is just a signal from myself that I desire something and that I'm seeing somebody else have it, which means if they can have it, I can have it too. So I'm gonna take this as a sign to start working towards my dreams and working towards my desires, because I am as worthy as anybody else on this planet, which means if I want it, I can have it. And I hope this video made sense. Like always, it was a bit of a ramble. Hopefully though, I got my message across, and hopefully me sharing my experience of how I turned jealousy into inspiration could at least resonate with some of you and help you to live a better and happier life where your passion and your drive is not getting drained away by putting your energy in negative things, but actually you are using the jealousy as a signal to start slaying your life. Thank you guys for watching the video all the way until the end. Comment if you have any questions. I love answering questions. They can inspire me for making new videos just like this one did. And as always, remember to drink a glass of water when you're done watching this video, and I appreciate you as the human being that you are, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!